Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. So today we are going to be doing my Shop My Stash, and we're going to be doing this bi-weekly, so we'll really just be carrying on as we were. It was getting to the point where I was doing it every 3 weeks, but I think we're going to kind of only keep a few things in from this project pan here, and probably in January, that is, at the end of January, and probably put things back and do the project 10 uses like I've been saying in the last few videos. So foundations that I've been using this time then. This one, right, so this Technique Luminous Glow is pretty much empty. I might get a little bit out of it. You can see, should be able to see that the windows there isn't much left in it, so we'll keep it in just in case I can get one more use. Been really loving this Jaclyn Hill, what's it called, Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. I've watched a few videos and they say that the packaging is pretty cheap. Well, I guess it is in a sense, like especially here. I hadn't noticed that before, but I really do like it. Comes with a pump, so yeah, that'll be going back. And this one is in the shade Fairlight. Probably should have got the shade Fair, so if I get it again I'll get the shade Fair, but that one works fine. This one though is my favourite of all foundations. It's the Catrice True Skin, and this one is in the shade 002 Neutral Ivory. It's a hydrating foundation, absolutely beautiful. If you can get it, I would highly recommend it. We've got so many foundations in here. Right, then we had powders. We had 2. Right, so for the most part I used this 17 Perfecting Finish translucent powder. Oh my gosh guys, it is so good. It's down here, literally there's barely any left. You're only getting 5 grams of product, but yeah, I'll definitely be buying that again. I'll put that back. And then we've got this Glowish by Huda, which I really enjoyed as well. And in this one you get 10 grams. This one is the lightest shade 01 Fair. So let's pop them back. I literally don't have any room for powders. What else have we got here? I'm definitely going to keep this one out for Project Pan and try and use that more, just because it needs to be used and I just want rid of it. For me to do that, then I just need kind of a... Hang on. So while I don't forget guys, this Shop My Stash is a new format of Shop My Stash. So we're doing it bi-weekly, but it's going to be a Shop My Stash and a Project Pan all in one. So it'll be Shop My Stash, Project 10 uses on the products that I pull. We're going to be using the products 10 times before they go into my collection again, and then we'll rotate new products. So that's just how it's going to work. I'm hoping I'm going to get to each and every one of the products that I pull 10 times. So let's talk about palettes that I didn't use. I didn't use this, and I'm not going to now that the festive season's over. I've used this before and I really do like it. So that's the Good as Gold palette. Also on the gold theme, I didn't use this Natasha Denona one. I've used this not that long ago and I absolutely love it. So put that back. And this I did use. I did a look with it yesterday. Part of me wants to do a look with Recharge and Regime, and then these mattes down here, and maybe even use Noir. So I think I'll do that. I think I'll leave that in. And then it will go into palettes to be talked about, so they can go back into the collection, those ones. And then we've got some singles in here. So we've got the Raw Beauty Christie one. I've used that one can go back. We've got the Urban Decay Solstice. I've used that can go back. We've got the P. Louise Pigment in Twilight Twinkle. I don't think I used it this time. Let's leave it in. But I did use the XX Revolution Duochrome. That one is in the shade Direct. It's really pretty. I'll show you. I'll open it up and show you what it looks like. It's like a black based purple like plummy shade with a bronze. I don't know if you can see it. here, but it's got like a bronze flip to it. Right, what else? This one here is empty, so that can go in empties now. Oh, there's this one as well, a single in Teal Me More, which is absolutely stunning. I only seem to pull it out around Christmas time, I don't know why. That one can go back. We've got this primer in here, which I need to use up. There's not even that much, so I'm going to focus on that and probably pull another one out. I didn't use that, shall we just keep that one in? Yeah, I'll keep this Revolution Beam Dream in as well. I don't need more than 2 glowy primers though. No, we'll put this one back for now and focus on this. And when this is done, I want to also pull a new primer in. Then we can use the glowy primer and the pore filling primer together. I mean, I've got this one as well still, so I do want to work on this. I mean, it's nearly done. It is Project Pan, but I can show you. Look, it's nearly done. So that's that. I think I'll put this concealer back. It's the 17 Second Skin Enhancing Concealer. We'll keep these two out just because they're Project Pan. Right, this here is being done with for a while. It's the Incredibrow by Collection, so that can go in empties. I'm getting ready to do an empties video as well. Didn't really use this, so this can stay in. There's 2 more Incredibrows here. This is how much I love it. Use them both. They can go in empties. Just let me check that I've used them and that there's no more left. I don't think there is. None in that one, and none in that one. Right, so they can go in empties. Right, that's it. Right, and then this drawer here. Got some exciting news on the highlighter front. So I hit pan on the Dior one. Last shot my stash, I thought I was close, but I didn't realise how much I would get done in the last 2 weeks. So it's the Dior Skin Nude Luminizer in 002. It's really old at this point, but look at that, guys. Part of me thinks I should keep it in. Not to use like in Project 10 uses or anything, because I've used it a lot, but part of me thinks I should keep that in. I didn't use the rest a lot. So we had this, I used it probably once, maybe twice. So that one is the MAC Beaming Blush Highlighter. I know I like it, it's a gorgeous highlight. I'm going to put that back for now. And then I use these probably about once as well. So we've got this one by Revolution, or I Heart Revolution. So this one is the I Heart Revolution Sugar Cookie Highlighter. Gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. And then I've got this one too, and this one is the Hot Chocolate Highlighter. I think I like this one a tiny bit more, it's just a smoother highlighter. So that's that one, and I did use that a little bit more. Probably used the Sugar Cookie one once, and then this one twice, maybe even 3 times, I'm not sure. And then this the rest of the time. Love it. And then along with that one, I put this one over the top because this is sparkly. I soon realised when I was using it a few days that I didn't like this by itself, but I do like it over the top of a highlighter of a similar shade. And I was nowhere near hitting pan, I don't think. I think this highlighter, because it's so big, the pan is very, very thin, and look how much pan I've got going on there. So it can go back for now. I don't want to ruin the imprint for now anyway. I'm just going to work my way around the outside. Yes, it's silly, I know that. I know I'm going to have to eventually go into the snowflake, but it's so pretty. I don't want to do that just yet. Right, and then we had the face palettes. So we had the Too Faced Gingerbread Cookie. I use this bronzer a lot, so it's in the shade Gingerbread. So really like that. Then I had the Peppermint Mocha. I use that Santa Baby blush a lot. Now you wouldn't think that was me. It's quite bold for me. I don't tend to normally go for those kind of cool tone blushes. that's what it looks like. So you can just see the correct colour when I turn the light down. But yeah, it's quite bold, and I really enjoyed it. I got that cold girl look with that blusher, and you know, it was like really nice. And then we got the eggnog latte, and I didn't use this peach cobbler shade at all, I don't think. If I did, it would have only been once. Right, so now we've got the Benefit Butterfly blush. I've got a feeling I want to pull my e.l.f. Bahamas blush in, and that's not luminous, but this is. I don't know if I've got a different orange powder. Yeah, I do actually. Ignore what I'm saying. I know of a different orange luminous blush that I can be using. So we'll pop that back. It's such a beautiful blush. Right, and we'll pop these back as well. Absolutely love this Essence the blush for that bronzer type situation. You can see the blush part of it has come off. I've used it that much, so that one can go back. Loved using this as well, this Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. Used it a couple of times. It's a gorgeous blush. I used these together in combination, I think only about one, maybe two times. So we've got Flower Beauty, I think that's pinched, and that's Nectar. Let's see. No, I've got them the wrong way around. That one's pinched, that one's Nectar. And these are some of my favourite cream blushers. The serum blushers, they're so pretty. This one, what I got first, pinched, is too light to use on its own. This one is a little bit darker, even though it looks like it's not. It looks like this one is lighter and this one's darker, but they're a really good combination together. I didn't use this blush, but I know I like it, so it's okay to put back. So it's the Infallible Longwear in Tangerine Please. And then there's this blush. I really don't want to put it back because it's a favourite. It's definitely a favourite blush of mine. You would have seen the kind of ranking video I did by now, because that's going up on Monday and this video is only going up Wednesday. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. And then we've got a bronzer here. This Too Faced, what is this called? Too Faced Bronze Peach Melting Powder Bronzer. So it's a cream to powder bronzer, so that's what that one looks like. And then we've got products that are always going to stay in. No, actually, we've got this one, and this one's going back in the collection as well. This also gives you that cold girl look for a blush, except this is like a creamy consistency. This one is in the shade Jellyfish. And then these products here are products that always stay in. So we've got a lip balm, we've got two glitter glues, and we've got my P. Louise Hold You Down Brow Fix. I'm really enjoying this. You can see just how much. Let's turn the light down and you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can definitely see how much now. So everything else I'm going to leave in. Right, let's put these empties in my empties box and we can talk about them soon. The box is nearly full, so we need to talk about it real soon. And then we'll go into my base drawer. Right, that's as best as we're gonna get it. Okay, so foundations then. I did want to use this one last time. Now, I know I don't like it. I know I said I didn't like it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to use it. It's the Uma Say What Weightless Soft Matte Foundation. My shade is Fair Lady T2C. Far too dark, guys. Far too dark. But let's pull a lighter foundation with this. What's my lightest one? Might have to be a skin tint, you know. Might have to be a skin tint or a concealer. Yeah, they all seem a little bit too dark. So, we'll get that concealer that I put back. This should mix with it fine. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't look too dark. Right, so that's the foundation there, that's the concealer. So it's definitely going to have to be more concealer to foundation. Yeah, it's still way too dark. Right, so what I'm going to have to do there is not do that until I've got a lighter foundation. Because that's way too dark. I honestly thought I had a lighter foundation though. Right, shall we pull... There can't be much left in this. The L'Oreal 24-hour fresh wear. We'll pull that. And then we'll pull a skin tint as well. Let's pull this collection Lasting Perfection. Obviously I'm not going to get 10 uses on each, but that's okay for foundations. And then for like primers, I want to pull this new one that I've got, the Dior Backstage Face and Body. I'm going to definitely be using it sparingly because it is tiny. Look how tiny that is. Both my friends Karen and Lisa said that in their country, which is Australia, they can only get 30ml. This is 50ml, guys. So can you imagine what the 30ml would be like? I'd be interested in seeing the size bottle of that. So Karen, if you've got the bottle and you can send me a picture, I'd really be interested in seeing it. I don't think I'm going to pull any illuminators, so it's a case of pressed powder then. Like a brightening one for under the eye is what I need. I don't know if this banana one would work. Banana is good for brightening, isn't it? Let's try it. The Revolution Baking Blot in the shade Banana. And is that it? I think so, because we've already got a powder out. We've got a primer out. Well, we've got 2 primers out now. So that should be enough, actually. Yeah, that should be enough for 2 weeks. So, like I said, it's kind of a minimal makeup basket. I don't know how this is going to go down with you guys, because I know you like it when I pull quite a lot of products. And I'm not going to be doing that from now on. I hope you don't mind. I hope you still enjoy it. We'll still be pulling some really nice bougie products and some really nice drugstore products. So I'm just going to go over now and put everything away, and then we'll shop the rest of my collection. Okay, so we're starting off at the cheap drawer. I think I know what eyeshadow palettes I'm going to pull this time. We're going to do one new one, one not so new one, and the not so new one I want to do the 10 uses on. Right, so do I want a face palette? I think I do, you know. I want this one, but I want this more for like the finishing powder in case the one that I pulled doesn't work out. So I think we're going to pull that. I mean, it's got some beautiful blushes in it anyway. Again, this one would work really well for the cold girl look, and it's got a bronzer there, so we could do some serious damage on this time. But this Shop My Stash would be so boring if I just pulled that for powder, blushes, bronzer. Don't much care for that highlighter, so we would be pulling a different highlighter anyway. We'll pull that, and I'll pull something else just to make sure it's not too boring for you, and for me as well, because obviously 2 weeks is a long time when you're using the same makeup. So what's in here? Can you see? I'm in the light. It's a bit better. I really said to myself that I'd use this. This has got a wide array of blushes in it. But 2 face palettes is overkill, I think. Maybe we'll do that one next time. Strong away. I don't think I want anything out of there anyway. I know I definitely want a cream blush. Yeah, you can see that good. That's good. And I know what it's going to be. Oh, damn drawers. This, no, not that one. Where is it? I think it might still be on the bed because I had it out yesterday. Let's have a look. Yeah. I'm like, I know it's here. The problem is, we've got the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Bahamas. And I want to see if I want to declutter this, so this needs to be pulled. And then, for on top of it, because I do like to set it with a powder, I think I'm just going to go in with this. This is really nice. So it's a Revolution one. Let's just move you in a bit closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So it's the Revolution Pro. This one is in the shade Peach, and it's one of their luster blushes. I mean, just look at that. That's gorgeous. I think that's all I want from that section. Can you see how less I'm picking? I mean, this is Michaela's #1 blusher from P. Louise. It's going viral all over TikTok. Maybe I'll pull that in as well because, have a look at this hourglass. Yeah, I think it would go really, really nicely with this. So let's pull that in. That's more than enough. I mean, I don't normally, if you want the shade of this, it's Legally Pink, by the way. But yeah, I didn't want to pull this much in. But yeah, that's it there. And then, highlighters, can you see that? If I move you back, you might be able to see it. So, I did get a new one. Just got to figure out where I put it. It's here. So it's a CoverGirl one. Right, so as I was saying, I did get a CoverGirl one. Now you can't get many CoverGirl products in this country. Got this from eBay. And this one is in Pearl Crush. Might just work on that for 10 uses, you know. I know it's new. Maybe I should pull a different one out just in case I don't like the way that looks on me. I know I love this. I'm always pulling it out though. But I know I love it. And I'd like to get more use on it. I was of the mindset last year, like, I don't want to go through it too quickly. But they're still selling it. It's not like it's limited edition. So yeah, we'll get that one out as well. So that's the two highlighters I'll be using for the next fortnight. And then it's just bronzers. Okay, so in this yellow crate here, these are the ones that I've already used. So we're going to be choosing something from here. So, what's this one? Oh, I got this. I'm glad I said, what's this one? I got this on Samantha Isindu's recommendation. So it's the Revlon Skin Lights in the shade 002 Cannes Tan. I don't think it's the lightest shade, but I think it'll be okay for me. And I've got another powder bronzer in that hourglass palette, so I don't need that. The only other thing I want is something that's on the bed. Is this one. So it's my e.l.f. Putty Blush in Tan Lines. Making great progress on this, guys. So it's got quite the dip going on there. So that's everything in regards to complexion. So now we're going to be picking the palettes. I don't think I'm going to pick another single eyeshadow because I want to use the one that I pulled out. I'll see how I feel in a minute, but I don't think I am. Right, so now we're going over to my plastic container here. We're going to pick a palette, a new palette. Can you guess which one I'm going to choose? And we're going to pick an older palette, and I think I know which older palette I want to use. I just don't know how I feel about it, and that's really the one I want to focus the 10 uses on. It could be a case of it just being project 7 uses. I know the project is 10 uses, but obviously I want to use the newer product as well. So let's get into picking the palette. I think you guys will know just by seeing me here. You'll know which one I'm going to pick. Have you seen what I've done? Put my Minnie Mouse on top. Mickey Mouse, should I say. It's a gorgeous mirror, that. And then I've changed this up. All my Pat McGrath palettes are in here. Don't have the hugest amount, so when I do, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble because I'm not really going to know where to put them. I put them in here because it closes. You probably guessed right. we're going to be using this one. Isn't she a beauty? I can't wait to use it. With that, I did get one of the Pat McGrath Intensify Eye ones, so I want to try that out. Put them on the vanity. I don't want any nasty accidents happening to them. Oh yeah, and we've got some more Pat McGrath here. I think, while the other one's not in, I think I'm gonna pop them in there. It's more pleasing to the eye. Oh, great. I hope I've not broke. No, it's fine. I think now these are our face palettes. Right, so it's not in there. Let's then take you off the tripod. Right, so here is where all my hooders are. I'm getting a bigger hoodie one for my birthday in February and two smaller ones, so I hope it's all going to fit in. We've got Natasha Denona as well. Whoops. And I've also got another bigger hoodie, Desert Dusk, waiting to be reviewed, which needs to be spoken about soon. I don't think it's all going to fit in this drawer here, but anyway, I don't want anything out of there. Right, so the palette I want has obviously been moved. It's not in any of those drawers, so let me just have a look and see if I can find it. Right, so it's this one, and I'm always umming and ahhing about the Sigma Rosy. I just don't know how I feel about it. I'm not overly impressed with the formula, but it's such a nice colour story. I want to know whether it's worth keeping around or not. And if it's not, then it'll just get decluttered when I do my spring declutter. Well, it'll be a collection and a declutter video because so much has come into the collection since my last one that I did in winter. So that's it for that. And then I just think it's going to be lipsticks. So what I was thinking with lipsticks, I want to do the same thing. Project 10 uses. I don't know. I don't really see how I can do that because I want to pull at least 2 drugstore and 2 high-end, and I won't have time to use it 20 times. I might have to do a different project for the lipsticks, like maybe project 7 uses for each lipstick. What to do, guys? Leave me a comment on what I can do for a project pan lipstick. I'm going to put all the other ones away, and I think I'm gonna work on higher end lipsticks this time. Like, I think I want to pull my Tell Laura shade from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm not too sure what neutral, so I'm only gonna pull 2 in. So yeah, let's go and put all this away because there is quite a bit there, but not as much as normal. Okay, let's begin. So I will do swatches as there isn't this much here. Right, so shall we start on the blushes? So we've got this e.l.f. Putty Blush. It seems to be like relaxing now. I mean, it's a stiff formula and that's why I didn't like it. I definitely want to try one of the luminous putty blushes. I'm going to put the other shade over the top. So that's in the shade Bahamas. That's the shade there. It's like a cream to powder. And then this one will go over the top of it just to make it a bit more luminous. And then this one is in the shade Peach. It's got that lovely golden imprint in it. And that's what it looks like. It's so pretty. Oh yeah, that looks so nice, doesn't it? If you like a glowy blush especially, that looks beautiful. Right, so let's bring this drawer out. Put the blushes in there. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Oh, there's another blush here. Like I said, it's Michaela's favourite blush, and it's gone viral. Nikki Tutorials was even seeing if it was any good, and I thought about maybe pulling it as well. Now I can't get these things, I can't get the product to come up. So basically what I do, is more sanitary anyways, basically what I do is take that off, and then I'll just take a little bit out. It's a bubblegum pink, so if you like that kind of shade, you'd like it, I think. That's what that one looks like. So that's what that one looks like. And then over the top of that, I was thinking from here, the Hourglass blush, wasn't I? And it is in the shade is it? Vibrant Heat. I really want to make progress on this so I can get a new one next year. This is why I didn't get one of the new ones that they brought out this year. I just thought to myself, that's just a waste of money, you've got one. And I have been using it quite a bit, but I've not made any dents in it. So that's what it looks like with a blush over the top. That is a Beauty Dreams by Naomi colour and a Karen, my other friend's colour, definitely. So that's that. Then we've got the highlighters. So let's do the CoverGirl one first. So this one is the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner Highlighter. This one is in the shade Pearl Crush. Looks really, really pretty. It reminds me of Opal. I might be completely wrong. It's really, really smooth. It does look a tiny bit dark for my skin tone. Let's put it here. Yeah. It's very, very smooth. That won't show any texture up. Let's see if I'm right about Opal, because I've got Opal here. It was in a Project Pan last year. I think even Opal has more texture than this, so that's what that one looks like. Oh my god, they could be dupes, guys. This one is just a bit thicker in consistency. Let me show you. They could be dupes. This one is a lighter shade, so I'm glad I brought this one out, because I might not like the CoverGirl one. And you've seen me swatch this a million times, but I'll do it one more time. Oh, nice. That one there. And then, of course, we've got the Dior one, which, since we're on a swatching roll, I may as well swatch this. I think we've got too many highlighters in, personally. But I don't need to use the Dior one if I don't want. Then we've got bronzers. Let's try and get these swatches off. Take the highlighter ones off. So we've got this in Tan Lines. I do want that other shade, which is more of a contour shade. What's it called? Shady, I don't know. I want to say Shady Business, but I don't think it's that. I'll have a look and put it in the video somewhere. It's really emollient. It's so pretty. You do have to build it up. A lot of people complain about how much building up it needs. But I really like this. I think the other one is lighter than this one. So that's that. Then we've got this new one that I got from eBay on recommendation of Samantha Isendu. So I don't know if she's got this shade, but it was the lightest shade I could get off of eBay. If you're fair skinned and have this bronzer, let me know what shade you've got. It is pretty dark, but it blends out really, really nice. They're practically the same shade, so it would definitely look nice over the top. And I haven't swatched the bronzer out of this, have I? Out of this Hourglass palette. So bronzer is called Glistening Bronze Light, which is quite glowy compared to the other one. So that's that one. I'd say it's warmer as well. I'd say it's a warmer toned bronzer as well. Right. And then we've got this Sigma palette. Let me swatch some of the shimmers and you'll be able to see what I mean. Right, so it's a 9 pan, so there's no doubt about it, it's pretty, right? That's what it looks like. You can see I've dipped into it, so Flutter, Morganite, Fantasy. Let's just swatch these. Right, so look, I mean, they're just not pigmented. And let's swatch the last one, Regal, or Regal. I think that's the most pigmented. Now that's beautiful. It's a really nice rosy tone palette. I just want to know if I can get on board with it. So we'll be testing that out. I do want to try and do the 10 uses with it. So we're going to have to bring lipsticks out to match this palette. So maybe Tell Laura isn't a good one to bring out, because obviously it's red and these are more like plummy tones. I think this is everything now, guys. Obviously, I need to show you the Pat McGrath palette that you will have seen, but isn't she a beauty? I'm so lucky to have this. I wanted this for a year, guys. I'm not going to be doing any swatches on it, just because I'll be doing shorts on it. Oh my gosh. If you look in the mirror, you can see the colour, the ones that switch colours. So it's this one here, and this one here, and that one's just a gold. They do look really, really nice. I have swatched it for sure already, but it didn't turn out, so I'm going to be doing another one. It's just beautiful. And I'm the type of person that does keep her packaging, as you can see from my display unit. Lipsticks. So, try and get these eyeshadows off. It's going to be a pain in the neck just only bringing two out. This would make a good one for that rosy palette, so I might just bring this out and use it. I can't find another one, so we'll keep that one in. Right, this one can go back. It's the W7 Gingerbread. Really nice autumnal brown shade. That can definitely go back. This is a new one that came in my I Heart Revolution Christmas hamper. Doesn't say what shade it is, but it's a really nice, pretty nude. Can go back. This Becca one can go back as well. This one is in the shade Orchid. Really enjoyed using that. This Urban Decay in the shade Cruel can go back. Really, really loved using that. It's such a pretty lipstick. This Smashbox in the shade Inspiration can go back. Not too sure how I feel about that, but we'll keep it in the collection for now. This shade in Whirl can go back for now as well. I did use it a couple of times. This shade Nocturnal Rose can go back. I think I used that once. This Revlon collection by Blake in the shade Blake's Pure Red can go back as well. I think I used that maybe once or twice. And the Chanel in the shade Passion can go back. I used that once, I think, as well. It's more of a glossy red. I don't really like glossy reds. So they're all the ones that are going back. Let's bring this out. What I want to do, I think this would look really nice with that palette actually. And it's an older lipstick, so I'll leave that in anyway, the Barbie one and the Pure, but I'm going to bring that one in as well. I'm just wondering what would go with this palette, the majority of it. See, that's quite rose toned as well. I think for this shade here, definitely a red's called for, and this shade, yeah, I definitely need a red. So it's just figuring out what red I want. I think I'll go with what my plan was before. I think I'll do a Charlotte Tilbury one. I'll bring Velvet Underground out just in case I want to use that one. I'm not too sure I will, because I'm not too sure about these picks because I'm only bringing a few out. I'm not 100% sure on them. Or was it Miranda May? No, that's more coral. Even though this palette is a coral palette. Lost Cherry. That's quite coral as well. Oh, this is hard. I mean, I can always... Yeah, I definitely want Tell Laura. I think that's it, guys. I can always dip into a couple of shades different time. I don't think I need this then, to be honest. I think I can put these lipsticks just anywhere. That looks nice. that you can't even see. Let's put those away. Right, now I'm just going to do the overview for you guys. I don't know if this is a shorter video, but really it should be once I've edited it down. Okay, so we've got the Sigma palette there, we've got the Profusion Glam palette there because I need to use it a couple of times before I start this Shop My Stash. We've got my Artistry wand here for my Pat McGrath palette. We've got my foundations going down here. What's that? Oh yeah, it's just an eyeshadow. My lipsticks here and some more liquid eyeshadows. My pressed powder there, my Dior primer there. Some project pan items here that I need to finish off using. Obviously my Pat McGrath Utopian Dream palette there, which I'm super excited to use. And then in these drawers here, these pretty much stay the same. Now, you know, I've got loads of brow products in there and it just looks a hot mess all the time, but that's just the way I have it. We've got some stickers here that I used at Christmas, single eyeshadow there. I'm not going to pull any more eyeshadows out. And then, as always, it always gets more full in the second drawer down. But we're not doing too bad, guys. In fact, no, that can't go there. We'll just leave it like that. So, Hourglass face palette, highlighters, blushers, another highlighter there. So cream blushers, bronzers, glitter glue and my brow products, and that's everything, guys, apart from obviously my brushes here which need a good clean. So thank you for watching today and thank you for voting on that poll. I really do appreciate it. So let me know what you think of this Shop My Stash and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.